But please welcome, probably somebody's friend, Eric Cota.
Hi. Okay. Anyone go to the Renaissance tour? Okay, so LGBT here. Okay. Cool. So I think we should talk about the real pandemic of Los Angeles, which are fucking wine bars. A new wine bar opens up, I feel like every fucking week. Like I'll be on TikTok or Instagram and it's like, you should check out Echo Park's newest wine bar. And it's like, no the fuck we shouldn't. Like, we don't need to go there. I think what we need in LA is like a Walmart, so we don't have to like come to Burbank. Like that's like genuinely what's needed. And like these wine bars are like all the same. Like one parking spot. It'll be named something really fucking stupid like Sabrina, and it'll have like this wandering menu from a chef, and the main ingredient is always fucking mushrooms. Like I am so fucking sick of paying $28 for like truffle mushroom risotto pasta. Like what the fuck is this, Super Mario Brothers with the mushrooms? I'm like, I feel like fucking Yoshi every time I go. I'm like, wow. Seriously. And you know it's gonna be a shit show when your server has that haircut. Like it's a mullet shag. I would call some of you guys have it in the audience. I will not make you stand up. But rule of thumb on the east side especially, if your server looks like Shelley Duvall's cunt little sister, run. Because you're about to get like the meanest service, and then they're gonna like tack on 50% gratuity for like Squid Game level hospitality. So, and then plus some of the wine is like not that good. It's giving the wine that you get like at your first communion, and the server will come out and say some shit like, well, the winery is woman owned. And I'm like, who's the woman? Mary Magdalene? Like, fucking hell. Like, I don't think I should pay $13 for a glass of wine that reminds me of the blood of Christ. It's like, I really don't. But speaking of the blood of Christ, I was raised Catholic. Fleabag. One time I was on a date with this guy and he's just like, you have a really Catholic face. And I'm just like, okay, that seems weird, problematic, whatever. And he's like, no, it's because you're Mexican. And I'm like, okay, I'm like serving Salma Hayek and Frida, like, cunt. Like, it's okay, it's fine. And so yeah, but that's not even the worst thing that someone's told me about my face. Someone has once told me that I look like Shrek when he turns into a human. I was like, okay, thank you so much. But anyways, so yeah, talking about like Catholics, I just always find the differences between Catholics and Protestants in this country to be so funny and like interesting. Like for example, Protestants enjoy going to church. Like it's fun for people to go. Like if you're ever feeling nostalgic about like moles dying, go to an evangelical Protestant church. They have like everything. There's like a fucking like coffee shop. They'll have merch. They have like a Lululemon, an Amazon box, a fucking wine bar, and even one that I grew up with had a skate park. And I was like always so jealous of these like Thrasher magazine ass churches because I'm like, the only fun part about a Catholic church, like the best part of mass is leaving, and like the donuts that you get after if like the old ladies didn't already clear it out. And I also went to Catholic school, kind of hand in hand. So we learned about the Protestant Reformation there, and that's when like people split from the Catholic Church. And one of the reasons were because of indulgences, which is where you can like pay your way to heaven, which I know is like bad, like that's morally wrong, but like kind of genius. Like they made like this fucking Disneyland ass fast pass for like a Jesus meet and greet, and it's like it's just like such a flex. Like imagine dying and then like being able to skip over purgatory, and like you see like your broke ass friends and like Joan of Arc, and you're like, I'm going straight to Jesus. It's like millennial like girl boss behavior. But one of the things that the Catholic Church does better is a parish festival. I don't know if you guys have been to one. They're so fun. Just great time. The food is great. It's just like a really good time. And like we're like the Great British Bake Off cannot make a sponge cake as decadent and rich as an Irish Catholic woman named Maureen. Like it's you just if you know you know. They're just really really good. Like they're just it's such an experience, right? Like where else can you get like super effed up and drunk at a church and then like get frisky with like the parishioners and the priest? Oh wait, that's being an altar boy. Never mind. No, I mean sexual abuse isn't funny. It's not funny and it's fucked up. But you know what else is fucked up is the attacks on drag queens. I just find it funny as a gay man that of all the gay subcultures or queer subcultures, you guys pick drag queens to attack when gay bears are standing right there. I don't know if you guys know what gay bears are. They're basically like big burly men, whatever, who are, they'll tell you that they're a gay bear when you meet them, by the way. And so like, why am I a bad guy in the gay bear community for wearing deodorant is my thing. But anyways, yeah, drag shows are, like, I think we should protect drag queens from straight women and kids. Like, those bachelorette shows, like, just, it's how, and drag queens run off of money. Like, they will do the splits for $1. So, and they get mad at, like, gay men like me for not having, like, $300 in $1 bills. So I'm pretty sure, like, little McKaylee at a drag show is not gonna be their vibe. And then also the big thing is, like, why are drag queens in schools? And I'm like, I don't know what school is like cool enough for a drag queen to miss their shift at Starbucks to read to your fucking kids. Like, and then I know that the schools are underfunded because my mom is a teacher, and you know who does their, educators, you know who does their story time? The IT guy. And so it's just like, whatever. Also, shout out to my Latina drag queens. If anyone's here. The Selena tribute at every brunch every weekend never gets old, and it's groundbreaking every time that you do it. Speaking of the Selena movie, I did see a meme on Twitter that was like, Latinas either look like Selena or the woman who shot her. I was like, damn, shots fired again. But speaking of Selena, has anyone seen the Selena movie? Yeah, let's talk about the actress, the iconic Latina actress who carried that movie. And yes, I am talking about Lupe Ontiveros, who played Yolanda Saldivar. That woman her career is so extensive, right? Like she's been in so many movies. She's like in The Goonies. She's in like Real Women Have Curves. She's in Desperate Housewives. Like, she's like our Meryl. Anytime that like a movie was made in Hollywood that the character was named Maria and she wasn't like the Latina like love bomb, her agent's phone was ringing like crazy. And sadly, she did pass away a few years ago, I know. But my mom and I were thinking, since she's gone, there's like a vacuum, like there's like a spot for like a new iconic Latina woman to play her part. And we were like, it should be like my grandma. And I love my grandma. She's Mexican. I love her so much. One of my favorite people in the world. But I don't have like the stereotypical like Latina abuelita that you see in movies. Like, I don't have a Mama Coco. I have like the grandma from George Lopez show. But she's so good. And one of her gifts is telling people, she loves to say when people die, like when a celebrity will die, she's like the first person. Like, she was so excited to tell me Michael Jackson died. And then when Queen Elizabeth died, she like added like her own story, and she was like, she was so misunderstood. And I'm like, what? And she's like, as a woman, we put up a front for the world. And I'm like, okay, Grandma, that's the Queen of England, and you're a retired bus driver, right? It's not really the same thing. Anyways, before I leave you guys, I have to say, drag queens are not the threat. And if you're intimidated and scared of a woman, a performer dressed as Whitney Houston reading a book about rainbows to your kids, then I think you have way bigger fish to fry. So, thank you.